Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Explosion. This is Silver, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a red-blue unblockable standard deck that it only takes less than $10 to build, and you can get a turn 4 win pretty easily. So, what you need first is you need 9 basic islands. Eight basic mountains, 2 evolving wilds, and a highland lake. Then you're going to need Stormfleet Sprinter. Stormfleet Sprinter is a 2/2 unblockable with haste. You're going to want 4 copies. Then we got Mist-Cloaked Herald. Mist-Cloaked Herald is a mono blue 1-drop 1/1 unblockable. You're going to have 3 of them. Then you have Slitherblade. Slitherblade is a mono blue 1-drop unblockable 1/2. You're going to have 4 of them. This is Protean Raider. Protean Raider is a 3-drop, 1 red, 1 blue, 1 mana of any color. It's a 2/2, and if you attack with a creature this turn, you can have Protean Raider enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. Then you have Siren Stormtamer. Siren Stormtamer is a mono blue 1/1 with flying, and you can pay 1 blue and sacrifice it to counter target spell or ability that would target a creature you control or yourself. You're going to have 3 copies of it as well. Then you have Sailor of Means. Sailor of Means is a 3-drop mono blue 1/4, and when it enters the battlefield, you get a colorless treasure artifact token that you can sacrifice to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, and you're going to have 2 copies of him in here. Then we got Opt. It's a 1-drop mono blue and lets you scry 1 and draw a card. You're going to have 2 copies. Then you can choose one or the other with this. You have the Cartouche of Zeal. It's a 1-drop, and when it enters the battlefield, target creature can't block this turn. Enchanted creature has +1/+1 in haste. Now you can run either the Cartouche of Zeal or Swashbuckling. Swashbuckling is a 2-drop enchantment. An enchanted creature gets +2/+2 in haste. And you're going to want to run 3 copies of it, one or the other, or a mixture of both. Then we have Hungry Flames. Hungry Flames is a 3-drop mono red instant. Hungry Flames deals 3 damage to target creature and 2 damage to target player. It's very effective because it can help you get rid of some annoying creatures your opponent may have, while also letting you hit them for damage as well. Then you have the Cartouche of Knowledge. It's a 2-drop mono blue enchantment, and when it enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card, and the enchanted creature gets +1/+1 in flying. You're going to have 2 copies of Cartouche of Knowledge. Now, Tenali's Crown. This card is very important for your turn 4 win. Tenali's Crown is a 2-drop red enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to the enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+0 and has trample. You're going to have 4 copies. Curious Obsession. Curious Obsession is a 1-drop mono blue enchantment. That enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has, whenever this creature deals damage in combat to a player, you can draw a card. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't attack with a creature this turn, sacrifice Curious Obsession. Now keep in mind, most of the creatures in this deck are unblockable or at least hard to block. save for Sailor of Means, which is meant to be in there just for a defender. So, as long as your creature is enchanted with this, you're pretty much almost always guaranteed to be drawing a card whenever you hit. And you're going to have 3 copies of Curious Obsession. Then you have Revolutionary Rebuff. Revolutionary Rebuff is a 2-drop mono blue instant, and it says counter target non-artifact spell unless its controller pays 2. And you're going to have 3 copies. Then, we're going to have Buccaneers Bravado. Buccaneers Bravado is also incredibly important for that turn 4 win. It's a 2-drop mono red instant, and you can choose one of the following effects. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains first strike until end of turn, or target creature gets +1/+1 and gains double strike until end of turn, as long as that creature's a pirate. Now, for your turn 4 win, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have Siren Stormtamer on the field, and hopefully be able to get 1 buff on it right off the bat. This can happen on either turn 1 or turn 2. That part doesn't actually affect your turn 4 win. So if you get Highland Lake, I would play that first and then put Siren Stormtamer, and if you run the Cartouche of Zeal, give them haste, smack your opponent for 2 real quick. Pretty easy damage right there. And then on turn 3, I would equip it with, or enchant it with Tenali's Crown, which would give it +3/+0. Go ahead and smack them again. Keep in mind your creature is going to be pretty hard to block. Then on turn 4, what you're going to do is you're going to drop a second Tenali's Crown and activate Buccaneers Bravado. When that happens, your opponent's life points are going to hit 0. It's unlikely they can block most of the damage, and you've already hit them for quite a bit. And if they can, your creature's going to have double strike and trample because of Tenali's Crown. So you're pretty much guaranteed the win on turn 4. And you're going to have 3 copies at least of Buccaneers Bravado. And then you have Tragic Lesson. Tragic Lesson is a 3-drop mono blue spell, instant. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card unless you return a land you control to its owner's hand. So, a good way to use Tragic Lesson is if you have not played a land this turn, you can use Tragic Lesson for 3, draw 2 cards, return one of your lands to your hand, and then play that land back down on the field so you can play one of the many 1-drop blue spells that are in this deck. You're going to have at least 2 copies of Tragic Lesson. Then, you have Open into Wonder. Open into Wonder is really good if you're in a bind. You pay 2 blue and X. X target creatures you control can't be blocked this turn. Until end of turn, those creatures gain whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So if you're in need of some cards in your hand, Open into Wonder is the way to go. So, that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoy it. Now keep in mind, I did say that this deck costs under $10 to build. Almost all the cards in this deck, except for Protean Raider, only cost 10 cents. Protean Raider is $1, and there are 60 cards in this deck, including mana. So, altogether, the deck should only cost you roughly about $7 or so. Depending on if you want to get the holographic versions of cards, like I got the holographic version of Opt. So, I hope you guys enjoy the deck. This was Nerdsplosion. See you in the next video. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell to get notifications of our new uploaded videos. Thank you guys for watching and have a nice night.